तो बच्चों आज वी विल स्टार्ट फ्रॉम स्क्वायर्स एंड स्क्वायर रूट्स. सो व्हाट इज स्क्वायर्स? ओके, so what is this square? Okay, uh, so if any number is given, suppose 2, okay, and we want to know its square, so what we need to do, we need to multiply this number by itself. Okay, so basically if in terms of x and y we talk about, so square of x equals to, so यहाँ पे हम क्या लिखेंगे, square of x equals to x into x, and how we represent it, x raised to power 2. ठीक है, तो बेसिकली तक ये कैलकुलेशंस में नॉर्मली ये यूज आते हैं. ओके, दिस इज अ पार्ट ऑफ दोज कैलकुलेशंस. सपोज कहीं पे आपको 21 into 21 करना है. ओके, सो वी हैव डिफरेंट मेथड्स टू इवेल्युएट दिस स्क्वायर. ओके, simple thing is okay that you can basically multiply this 21 to 21 and then evaluate it, right? So now the thing is that some already rules are there. Okay, that if suppose you get some question ki this is a perfect square or not. Okay, so that type of some rules are there. Okay, so what we can do, that okay, suppose we have some number, right? So we say 16 is the number and we want to know that it is a perfect square or not. So what we need to do, we need to factorize it. Suppose like this, right? So what is the factorization for this? 2 into 2 into 2 into 2, and if we pair it, 2 and 2, right? So basically this is a perfect square. Similarly, if suppose I have say 144, right? 2 7 ja 14, 2 ja 4, 2 3 ja 6, 2 6 ja 12, 18, right? 9, 3 3 ja 9, 3 1 ja 3. So क्या फैक्टराइजेशन हुआ इसके? 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 3, right? So these we have divided in the pairs. So this is a perfect square and किस नंबर का? So एक पेयर में से एक ले लिया 2, दूसरे में से दूसरा ले लिया and so this is a perfect square of 2 2 ja 4, 3 ja 12. ठीक है, तो कुछ क्वेश्चन you can get like 72 is the number. Okay, and you have a question that okay, from which number we multiply it, okay, that the product gets a perfect square. Okay, so what we do in this case, we factorize it. 2 6 ja 12, 18, 9 ja 3 3 ja 9, 3 1 ja 3. So we can write the factorization over here into 3 into 3. So we have one pair, we have another pair of 3, but we do not have the pair of this 2. So to make it perfect square, what we need to do, we need to multiply 2, right? So now this is also a pair, this is also a pair, and it is also a pair, right? So now it is a perfect square. So multiplier right, this one. So this type of problems can come. Now there are certain rules. Okay, I'll just read from this book. Okay. Properties. Right. Properties क्या हैं? These are some standard properties through which you can directly give an answer that okay, it is a perfect square or not. A number ending with 2, 3, 7 and 8 is never a perfect square. नहीं होता है. तो अगर कोई भी नंबर हो जिसके एंड में 2 आ रहा हो, 3 आ रहा हो, 7 आ रहा हो, 8 आ रहा हो, that cannot be a perfect square. Suppose 122 or 123, right? 127, 128, right? So these are not the perfect squares. In the same way, any number that is ending with 2, 3, 7, 8 cannot have a perfect square. Okay. So now the another property is a number ending with odd number of zeros. क्यों होगा ये ऐसा? एक हम सिंपल सा एग्जांपल ले लेते हैं कि 10 into 10, सही है. So it is a perfect square of 10 because it is a pair of 10, right? So when we multiply, what will come? 2 zeros. So 1000 cannot be a perfect square because if you multiply 10 into 10, then what will happen? 100 will come, right? Or if you multiply 100 into 100, then 10,000 will become. So even number of zeros are there, right? So this is another rule, a number ending with odd number of zeros. A number divided by 3 leaves a remainder as 2. These numbers cannot be a perfect square anytime, right? A number divided by 4 and remainder कितना होना चाहिए? रिमाइंडर होना चाहिए इसका 2 or 3. So it cannot be cannot be a perfect square, right? So ये 4 प्रॉपर्टीज हो गई. पांचवी है square of even number is always even. ठीक है, जैसे मान लेते हैं 16 का है तो दिस इज 256, so it is even because when even number multiplied by another even number, then it is the product will be a even number. Okay, square of odd number is always a odd number. So suppose 7 into 7, 7 का square 49, so it is a odd number. So this is the sixth property. Now if we have a fraction, say 2 by 3, so yeah, the square of 2 by 3 will be less than actual number. So suppose we take point example, decimal number 0.6. We want to know its square, so 0.6 into 0.6, so 0.36. Now 0.6 is greater than 0.36, or we can say 0.36, which is a square number. Okay, square of decimal number is less than the actual decimal number. So this is another property. So for every natural number, if we talk about, so if we talk about n, okay, so n plus of 1 whole square minus n square. Okay, so it will be something n plus 1 plus n, right? So how it comes? Here it is a formula. Okay, so what is the formula? Formula is it is a general formula, algebraic formula, where we say, okay, x square minus y square, right? It is x minus y and x plus y. Okay, in our case x is some n plus 1 का whole square minus n square, right? Y is n. Now if we say n plus 1 minus n plus 1 plus n, so n and n cancel, only 1 is there, right? And n plus 1 plus n, what we have written over here. Okay, and this multiplied by 1 is the number. Hence this is proved. Okay, we have one another thing. Okay, if this is a Pythagorean triplet, okay, so Pythagorean triplet, okay, तो इसमें क्या होता है कि अगर आपका एक नंबर x है, उसका स्क्वायर प्लस एक अनदर नंबर y है उसका स्क्वायर इक्वल्स टू वन थर्ड नंबर इज देयर z स्क्वायर. Okay, so this is a Pythagorean triplet. Okay, now we have some examples in the book. Okay, so suppose if I want to know the square of 37. Okay, so what you will do, you will say 37 into 37, you will multiply it, right? 37 into 37 and do some calculation, right? And you will find the result, correct? But we have two methods, okay, to basically identify the square. So what are these two methods? The first method is column method. Okay, so one method is column method. Okay, अब इसमें होता क्या है, इसमें होता ये है कि we use some grid, right? A square 2 into A into B and B square, इस टाइप की हम कुछ ग्रिड यूज करते हैं. ओके, एंड व्हाट वी डू, भाई अब इसमें एक फॉर्मूला होता है, पहले मैं फॉर्मूला बता देता हूँ. ओके, एंड देन वी विल टॉक अबाउट. सो a प्लस बी का होल स्क्वायर, ये आप लोगों ने पहले भी पढ़ा होगा, यू हैव बीन ऑलरेडी नोइंग दिस, बट अगेन a स्क्वायर प्लस 2ab प्लस b स्क्वायर, राइट? जैसे भी लिखना चाहो आप, a स्क्वायर प्लस b स्क्वायर प्लस 2ab. Fine. So this is a one shortcut method that we will use. Okay, and suppose we need to calculate the square of 47, where a equals to 4, b equals to 7 now, right? So what we will do, so b square means 49, right? And then 2ab, so 2 into 4 into 7, what is this? 56, right? And then a square means 4 ka square, here 7 square, 16. Now what we need to do, we will take only one number from third and second column. Okay, this number will be carry forward to this one. Okay, and what we will do, 16. Okay, and again what we will do, that okay, this number we will keep here and this will go here, carry forward. So plus 6, 22, right? So now यहाँ पे हम पूरा नंबर लेंगे, we will take this whole number. Okay, now whatever number are underlined here, 2 and 2, here 0 and here 9. So this is the square of 47. Fine. एक बार मैं फिर से बता देता हूँ. Okay. So we need to make one table, something like okay. Now we will evaluate each of this column and write down. So in 47, a equals to 4, b equals to 7. राइट, यहाँ से शुरू कर लेते हैं. 4 स्क्वायर इक्वल्स टू 16. 2 into a is 4, b is 7. 56, right? Then b is 7, so this is 49. What we need to do here, after this we have calculated, we need to take only 1, the last digit over here, okay, and this will carry forward to the next column. So plus 4, what it will come? 60. Okay, again we will keep this number in this column only and carry forward this, but here we will consider whole number. So plus 6. Okay, and we will underline this number because we are considering this whole number. Now whatever we have underlined, okay, we need to write it in this way. 2 2 ये वाला 0 and 9. So this is a square of 47. This is one method. Okay. Now the another method, this is a column method. Okay. Now we have a diagonal method. The another method is diagonal method. Okay. What happens in this? क्या होता है भाई इसमें? So suppose we need to evaluate 39. Okay. 39 we need to evaluate. Square of 39. What we will do? We'll make one square. Okay. We have 39. So what we will do? We will divide this vertically and then horizontally. We will write 3 and 9. 3 and 9 over here. Okay. Now what we will do, each square, 4 squares we have got, each square will split in like this. Fine. Now the product of these numbers will come in this square. Okay. So 3 3s are 9, but we have two things. So 9 can be written as 0 and 9. Fine. 3 9s are 27. 2 and 7. 9 3s are 27. 9 9s are 81. Now what we will do, that we will write down this number like 1, right? Then this number, right? The between two diagonal lines. Just give me a moment. So basically this whole, okay, and this is 7 and 14, right? 22, and then this one 4 here, 13, right? So this number we have written, and then we have here this one will come as 0. Now what we will consider? The last digit. So here 1, here 2, so 2 will carry forward to the next number, plus 2, 15, right? Here 1, so 1 will go to this number, right? So we have got 1, the underlined one only, 5, 2, 1. This is the square. Fine. Now I'll try to give you one more time. We have two numbers, right? So we will divide it to, right, 39, 39. Diagonally divide this. Right. Now the product of this and this, 0, 9. The product of this and this, 27. The product of this and this, 27. Right. The product of this and this, 85. Okay. Sum these all diagonals. So here 1 only. So we will first we will write down 7 plus 8 plus 7. Now 2 plus 9 plus 2. 13, 0. Fine. We need to take only one number. The second will go carry forward to the next one. Right. So here 15, and then again 1 will go here, this one, and then 1. So whatever the underlined numbers are there, 1, 5, 1 from here, 5 from here, 2 from here. Okay, so this is the square. So this is a so in the same way we have. Now I am taking one more example. Okay, this was the simple one. Five, 2, 7. Okay, so here 5, 2, 7. 5, 2, 7. Right here. Five 5 ja 25. 5 2 ja 10. 5 7 ja 35. 2 5 ja 10. Product of 2 and 2, 4. 2 and 7, 14. 7 35. 14. 14. Right. So 9, sum of this 12, 5, 6, 10, 11, 16, 6, 7 and 2. So 9, 2, 1 will carry forward here, 17, 1 will carry forward here, 7, this is same. So 2, 7, 7, 7, 2, 9, right? This is the square, right? I hope this gets clarified. In case you have any question, any query, okay, which you are not able to solve, you can just comment below this video, okay, and I will try to resolve as soon as possible. Okay, so these were the two methods. Okay, now we have square roots, right? So what is a square root? Basically, square root is something a reverse of the square. So root of, suppose यहाँ पे मेरे पास कोई नंबर है x स्क्वायर, so उसका रूट क्या होगा x. And when we say default, if nothing is mentioned, we defaultly it is 2, okay, square root, okay. In the same way we have cube root. So in this, if x cube is there, then x will be the output for this. Suppose 324 का स्क्वायर रूट निकालना है हमें. Okay, so what we need to do, we need to factorize it. 2 1 ja 2, 6 ja 12, 2 2 ja 4, 8 ja 16. Okay, and okay, so factors क्या हैं इसके? स्क्वायर रूट कैसे निकालेंगे? पेयर का सिंगल ले लो, पेयर का सिंगल ले लो, पेयर का सिंगल ले लो. नाउ मल्टीप्लाई इट. 2 3 ja 6, 3 ja 18. So 18. This is simple, okay, and you can solve it in by factorization. There may be questions like, okay, which number we multiply this, that it will become, means you can evaluate the square root of that, something like that, right? Now we have one more method, okay, to evaluate the square root. And what is that? That is a long division method. Square root by long division. तो देखो यहाँ पे हम जो है बात कर रहे हैं स्क्वायर रूट बाय लॉन्ग डिवीजन मेथड. Suppose we take an example 784. So what is the first step? That we should mark it as in pair from the back side, right? Now we will find a number whose square is less than or equal to this number. So suppose I choose 3, 3 3s are 9, so it is greater, so number is 2, 2 2s are 4, 3 comes here, right? This whole number, whole pair will come here as this. Now just consider that we need to multiply this number and write it here, fine, and we need to find a number, okay, here at unit place, okay, in this case, and the same number will come here also. So basically if I talk that, okay, 47, okay, so 7 will come here, and what will be the product? 329, right? So I'll choose 8 and I'll check. Oh, okay, so here is the number 8 and 8, so the product is 384, and that's it. So this is a square root of 74. This is a long division method, okay, and the same works in the case of, just let me check some example. In case of decimal numbers also. So suppose I take example 1.96, right? So here 1 1 1 0 and then point, and whole 96 will come here, here 2, right? So 4 and 4, right? So 96 will come here. What is the square root? 1.4. So this is the way for decimal numbers. So what I suggest कि आप exercise करिए, solve the problems, each and every problem. कोई भी problem छोड़ो मत. Math is all about practicing, right? So more or less I have told you each and everything, right? Now this is something, some tips, so it will not create any confusion. This is the thing, okay. One more thing uh, with with which is respect to the sign, right? Till now we have seen only, so if you want -2 square, so it will be plus, right? So don't confuse. So minus into minus equals to plus. This I have told you in my previous session also. Okay, now let's move to cubes and cubes root. है ना, एक्सरसाइज आप पूरी कंप्लीट करो इसकी. Okay, and cubes and cube root. चलो जी, अब क्यूब क्या है? क्यूब इज समथिंग raised to power 3. What does it mean? Multiply that number itself by 3 times. So if I say 2 cube, so 2 into 2, right? So this is a cube. अब इसका क्यूब निकलेगा कैसे? in normal terms, अगर हम बोले कि कोई नंबर है, शो 189 is a perfect cube, right? So what we will do, factorize it. Right? So 7 bunch, right? So this is basically not a perfect cube. Why? 3 into 3 into 3 into 7. So take triplet, and here only 1 is there. So this is not a perfect cube. So if we need to make this number as a perfect cube, so either we need to divide this number by 7 or multiply it by 2 7. That is 49. So then it will become 3 and 7, 21's cube root. Fine. So this is the method of factorization. Here is also, okay, the cube of every even number is even and odd number is odd. अब इसका भी जो है एक फॉर्मूला है, वो मैं बता देता हूँ आपको, and try that out. So फॉर्मूला क्या है? पहले फॉर्मूला देख लेते हैं, एंड जितने भी फॉर्मूले मैं बताते जा रहा हूँ, प्लीज रिमेंबर दिस. a cube plus 3a square b plus 3ab square plus b cube. This is a formula. Fine. Formulas what I am telling you. Okay, so you need to remember that. Now what you need to do, table with 4 columns, right? Here a square into a, here a square into 3b, right? Here b square 3a, here b square into b, right? अब यहाँ पे आपका 29 एज एन एग्जाम्पल अगर हम लें तो a इक्वल्स टू हो गया 2, b इक्वल्स टू हो गया 9, ओके। सो कितना हो गया इसका 2 2 या 4 इंटू 8, राइट, 8 हो गया। ऐसे ही हम इवेल्युएट कर लेंगे इसको, ए स्क्वायर इज 4 और 3 इंटू बी इज 3 इंटू 9, 27, okay, so this is what you write. Now b square is 81 and 3 is 6, 486, right, and then 981 into 9, 729। ये कैलकुलेट कर लिया आपने, कुछ भी नहीं करना है, सेम प्रोसीजर, this will carry forward here, 722, right, and then this will, and this will, हो गया, ले लो, 24 यहाँ से आ गया, 3 यहाँ से आ गया, 8 यहाँ से आ गया, 9 यहाँ से आ गया, तो 2 4 3 8 9, ये जो है आपका ये मेथड हो गया, ओके। सो a plus b whole cube, a cube 3a square b, 3ab square b cube, 4 columns, first column a square into a, second column a square into 3b, third column b square into 3a, fourth column b square into b. Evaluate a equals to and b equals to this, and do this, right? So this is the formula. Okay. Now the thing is cube root. Okay, this is done. बहुत सारा नहीं है इसमें, अगर ना समझ में आए then let me know, I will again try to make you understand. So now है cube root, square root was something like this, and if nothing is mentioned that is square root, okay, and we can mention this also in cube root. Suppose this, so what is the cube root of this? Factorize it, right, 3 into 3 into 3, तो इनमें से एक ले लिया 3, so cube root is 3, right? And if it is suppose here minus, then the cube root is -3. Okay, again cube root of fractional number equals to cube root of a cube root of b. ठीक है, this is our cube root of a rational number. Okay, so it is done, and good luck for exercises करिए आप भर भर के, and then in case of any issues let me know. So for today the topic is over. Thank you.